So I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order at 11:02. This is our March 11th special planning commission meeting. And we'll start with the roll call.
Tom Aiden, Sam Battle,
Here.
Barry Hubbard,
Here.
Chad Schneider,
Here.
Eric Tedrow, Dawn Calvert,
Here.
Mayor Whitfield.
Here. Thank you. So we have two absences, Mr. Aiden and Mr. Tedrow. In today's meeting, we only have one public hearing, and it's for, if you want to scroll down, Mark. It's for RBR Development. Our business is located at 27201 Royalton Road, Columbia Station 44028. Requesting the final plat for phase 1 of River Run Landing subdivision at parcel number 1000007 101028. It's the only thing we have on today's agenda. Mr. Barron, are you okay with us moving forward without a full board today, but with the quorum we have?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Farkas.
Thank you, Mayor. The proponent is requesting approval for phase 1 of a proposed residential plan unit development, RPUD. This phase includes block A, B, and C, and is focalized on the westernly portion of the subdivision off Middle Avenue, consisting of 41 sublots. Staff findings. The first phase of the residential development appears to adhere to the original subdivision zoning review and is the first of multiple phases of the development. I recommend approval of phase 1 of the subdivision contingent all requirements have been satisfied with the City of Elyria Engineering Department. I will defer to the Engineering Department report for further recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farkas. Mr. Schneider.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have gone through the original plat with the proponent. Could you scroll down to the plat real quick? I just want to make sure we had the most current one up there that Rich and I had discussed. Okay. There were a couple modifications made to the plat, very minor. One, it called out Carlisle Township, which was actually should have been City of Elyria. There was also an additional easement, utility easement installed on or placed on the plat on Middle Avenue. And this is actually phase 1, and it's not listed on the plat as phase 1. It's something that just for the commission to know, I guess, keep in mind when you vote on this, is actually phase 1, not just the whole entire subdivision. Gotcha. So there will be a phase 2. Other than that, I agreed with Daryl. I would move forward with approving the plat as with those minor corrections that I've just called out.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Mr. Barron, anything you want to share on the project?
No, other than and Dale, I see Dale's on. This is the old application, and Dale, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe all the modifications that John requested were done on the newest version. This is just the version when we originally made the application.
Correct. And I have a copy too if the commission would like to take a look at it.
Do you want to pull it? Are you able to pull it up now? Mr. Haywood, are you able to pull it up?
Yes.
Okay.
May I share screens?
Yeah, Mark, if you want to allow him to share screen. Yeah, you'll stop your share screen, Mark, and then just make sure on the security functions you allow for share screen, and I think you do, so we'll be good. Thank you.
As John noted, we've added clarification that this is for the first phase, subdivision number 1, and we've added a utility easement along Middle Avenue. And I believe that about sums it up, other than some other touch-up items that John had noticed when he did his review of the plat. So this would represent the plat that we're requesting commission approval.
Thank you. And Mr. Taylor, those details in terms of some of the things that he just referenced and Mr. Snyder made recommendations to, that isn't necessarily what we're voting on today, correct? What are we voting on today?
We are voting on the approval recommendation to council to approve phase one. So Rich, you should get that over if you don't already have it over to the city, because council should see that when community development and law department and full council vote on it. But as long as we say the motion be subject to those changes which have been made, being delivered to the city if they haven't already been done.
So that's important because those changes then need to be specified.
In our recommendation, Rich, has that been filed with the city yet?
They have the original sets. So if you let me know how many in size, I'll get them over there today.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware, we're not going next week. They want us to, I think the 29th.
Right. I did my best. I made some phone calls, but they were pretty adamant.
Okay. Do you want me to go through John and just get him in John's office, or what would be the best?
So our motion would just be to approve it, subject to the filing of the revisions as listed, which were just those three, Mark. And he already has them done, so he'll have those dropped off today, so it shouldn't be an issue at all.
And what were the three? Let's do a recap of the three changes so that we're clear on those recommendations.
Utility easement along Middle Avenue. The fact that it's going to say phase one, and there was one more, John, I apologize, I didn't write it.
It's up on, I think, the first page, Dale.
There was wording about a township instead of a city.
That's it. It was supposed to be the city versus the township. And Rich, just drop those off today. That'll take care of that. And then this will go to planning commission. By the time it gets to them, they'll have the final version.
Are there any other questions from any other planning commission members? Any questions? Hearing none. Are there any other proponents? Any other proponents? Any other proponents? Any other proponents? Are there any opponents? Any opponents? Are there any opponents? All right, hearing none, I'd entertain a motion. Let me clarify the motion. Sorry. You can take this screen down, Mark, and put the agenda back up. Thank you, Mark. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the request for a final plat for phase one of River Run Landing subdivision with the conditions of the changes that were presented today around utility easement, changing it to phase one in the language, and also changing the language to the city of Elyria versus the township.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Snyder.
Second.
Second by Mr. Battle. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, nay. And were there any abstentions? All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Barron, and looking forward to continuing to work with you on this.
Thank you, and thank you for having this special meeting.
No doubt, no doubt. If there's no further business, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Snyder.
Seconded.
Second by Mr. Hubbard. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Everybody.